My name is Ernie Medina Jr., and I'm on the faculty here at Loma Linda University School of Public Health. And this is my tribute to Dr. Hans Diehl. I didn't know Dr. Hans Diehl till shortly after I came to start my program in the Doctor of Health Science, now called Preventive Care, in 1989 here at Loma Linda. Hans was one of our more famous graduates of that program. After coming here, I learned about him and his CHIP program. While a student, I got to meet him during the meetings, conferences, and alumni gatherings. But I didn't really get to know him back then, since I was a lowly grad student and he was this larger-than-life alumnus. Even though he was as close to celebrity status that one could get, he always seemed to know us grad students. Over the last 25 plus years since graduating, I've gotten to know Hans better, now as a colleague and fellow faculty member. In this tribute, I will share what Hans has meant to me personally, and I will use his last name, Diehl, as an acronym to do so. First letter is D for dedicated. He was dedicated to spreading the good news about lifestyle medicine through his CHIP program, and more recently, through his U-Turn program. He was always somewhere pioneering the power of lifestyle medicine. He definitely practiced what he preached, and living here in his hometown of Loma Linda, I actually ran into him working out at the Loma Linda University's Drayson Center, which is our wellness center, or hiking out in the trails of Halder Crooks Park, where I was regularly a mountain biker. Even with his busy speaking schedule, I often saw him at church, fellowshipping with fellow believers, another hallmark of the Loma Linda Blue Zone. He was the epitome of the lifestyle behaviors that make up the Loma Linda Blue Zone. I is for interesting. He was a very interesting and captivating speaker, with that cool accent as icing on the cake. He never fell asleep when he was talking, always had an interesting story to share, and made dry epidemiology and research come to life and made sense for all to understand. E for encouraging. Hans was a mentor to me and other preventive care students. If he heard me speak, or if he read something I wrote, he would always send an encouraging text or email message to me telling me what a great job I did. This was the last text message he sent me after speaking during one of his last U-Turn programs he did back in January of 2023. He always had a supportive and encouraging word for me throughout my career. H is for helpful. He was always ready to help with any program, even after he retired. Though he never seemed to really retire because he was always helping in some program at a church somewhere. He loved to meet, to plan, whether on Zoom or in person. We were always meeting, prepping for some upcoming program. We were glad to be able to host one of his last U-Turn programs at Azure Hills Church, which ran from January to March of 2023. Organized by Drs. Daniel and Shirley Inyo, we had about 100 participants in that program. He worked tirelessly doing most of the presentations and looking at every lab result to consult with them. Many participants said that Dr. Diehl's program changed their lives for the better. And finally, L, and I'm using two L's, actually probably three L's, loving and loyal to Lily. His love and loyalty to Lily was clearly evident. She was usually by his side, either in the audience or playing the piano. The two were inseparable, even though she had a busy piano teaching career. They just reached their 50th wedding anniversary, a testament to his love and loyalty between the two of them. He was also very loyal to the Loma Linda University School of Public Health, always giving of his time, expertise, and resources. And finally, and probably most importantly of all, he was loyal to the Seventh-day Adventist faith and God. He was a regular attender at church on Saturdays, whether as an attendee in the pew or speaker in the pulpit. I've heard him say, health is wealth, though not just wealth during this lifetime, but for the life to come, the one we can all experience for eternity. He believed in Mark 8:36. What good is it to gain the whole world and lose your soul? Healthy living was to improve your life here and your relationship with God, so that we can all enjoy eternal life after we die. So while this tribute is for a mentor, colleague, and friend, this is also a reminder that this is not the end, and I look forward to seeing Hans again in full health at the second coming. Until that day, may we all continue to carry on his work of lifestyle medicine that he did for so many years. See you someday soon, Hans.